Good morning, Internet! What is up, guys? How are you all doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. And what do we have here? We have a quick little video where I want to talk to you about one thing and one thing only, and that is Metal Gear Solid 5. Yes, sir. It's called The Phantom Pain, and it looks sick. Absolutely beast. I mean, you guys may or may not know, but Metal Gear Solid series and Fallout series are the only two games where I have bought every single game from that franchise, from that series, not missing a single one. I mean, I can't even say the same thing about Call of Duty or Battlefield, because I haven't bought Call of Duty 3 and World at War, even though I did have World at War, but I borrowed that from a friend. I didn't buy Battlefield 2142, the futuristic one, because it looked shit, and it was shit, to be honest. So, you know, I can't even say that to the most popular series in the world. But for Metal Gear Solid and Fallout, those games I have bought every single one, and I have put hundreds upon hundreds of hours into those games. And I just want to talk to you about Metal Gear Solid 5 in this video and why it looks epic. If you haven't seen the trailer, I'll link it in the description. But one thing that struck me straight, right off the bat, is it's open world. Right, they emphasize this point a lot because it's big. That's the big thing now. Because Metal Gear Solid's games, in the series in the past, as you guys may know, it's very cinematic. It's very systematic. You go from one area to another, just forward, like leveling up, like in Mario. Like Mario, you defeat all the enemies in one area, and you keep moving forward, and that's it. You can't go back. Same with Metal Gear Solid. The traditional game type. You just keep on leveling up. You just keep on moving forward in this story, and there is no straying from the path, basically. But when it's an open world game, you create your own path, and I love that. And that's one thing that struck me. You can go anywhere and do whatever you want without any detriment or negativity. Like some games punish you for not doing something. No, that's not the case here. You can literally do whatever you want within that world, within that open world, and I love that. Second point, graphics. The game looks stunning. Anyone who's ever played Metal Gear Solid games knows that the game is visually beautiful, and obviously now it's on the next gen consoles and new technology and new system. It's even better. It looks great. So that's the second point. A third point would be there is a dynamic weather and day and night setting, realism, shall we say. So basically, it can just start to rain suddenly. It can start, because the trailer was set in, like a sandy area, kind of like a barren desert land, and there's a sudden gust of wind kicked up a storm, like a sandstorm, and then you saw a night become day and day become night. So there's realistic dynamic elements to the game, such as weather and time, which I love. So basically, if you sit in one place for a couple of hours, it will get dark, because time moves on, time continues and it keeps on going. And I love that realistic element, because I love realism games and stuff. So that's the third point. That's another great thing. One more point I just need to raise, like a side issue, is that the game reminded me so much of Red Dead Redemption, kind of like a modern day Red Dead Redemption, because of those elements. Snake was on a horse. There was like a barren, desert area, a desert land. There was like weather, changing time, changing weather, changing time, and things like that. So when I looked at the game, I was like, wow, it literally looks like a modern day Red Dead Redemption, and I love that, and I love that feel and that grittiness to it. Another point on the grittiness would be, I feel as though this game is going to move towards, back towards the traditional Metal Gear Solid feel. I mean, anybody who's played Metal Gear Solid 4, Sons of the Patriots, would know that they kind of move towards this futuristic setting, futuristic scene, like with futuristic weaponry and gadgets and stuff like that. But with this game, I feel as though they've moved back to some sort of Quentin Tarantino gritty feel, which relates to the traditional Metal Gear Solid playstyle and game. Because even though Metal Gear Solid series has always been about innovation and looking at things in a different perspective or outlook, and trying to modernize it and whatnot, and even like tapping into the modern / future scene or setting, I felt as though in Metal Gear Solid 4 they did that too much. They moved too far forward, and it was like too futuristic, and it was unrealistic, and I don't know, it just wasn't that great in my opinion. The story and everything like that was awesome, but like the futuristic element was pushed too much. But in this game, they take a little step backwards in that sense, and I love that. And I hope they keep that for the rest of the series as well. So it goes back towards the Metal Gear Solid series games, you know, in the previous games where it's modern rather than futuristic, and I love that. I think that's a great plus for the game. And that's pretty much it. That's what I gathered from the trailer. It's about 6 minutes long or something, and I'm definitely gonna get it. This is one of the games I have to get. Obviously, like I said, Fallout, Metal Gear Solid. These are the games I buy every time they come out, so I just have to. I have to buy this game. It looks amazing, and I can't wait to play it. But let me know what you guys think about it. Are you going to buy it? Are you not going to buy it? Is this something you're interested in? Are you a fan of the series? Because I am. And one thing I didn't understand is why they changed the voice actor. They said that they wanted to get a different Snake feel because he gets a little bit older and a bit more mature and stuff like that, which is understandable. I personally prefer the old Snake voice because that's something I grew up with. Like I said, playing the games, you know, every single game, it's always been the same actor, you know, the same voice actor. Now that they've changed that, I don't know, it feels a bit weird. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good change and not a detrimental or a bad one. But either way, I'm going to get the game anyway and play the shit out of it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Sniper474, and I'm out. I'll see you all